So when we come face to face with such products, we need to give a thought on what would be the best approach to these studies. So a PK approach, sometimes topicals can have a PK approach, like a patch. A dermatology patch gets absorbed like a lidocaine patch or a fentanyl patch. It does get absorbed when it's meant for a systemic absorption. You can, though being a topical patch, you can do a PK study for that, along with the irritation sensitization study, which needs to be done as per the guidance. You can have a PD approach, like for steroids, corticosteroids, topical formulations. We need to look at the skin blanching. That's a vasoconstriction study. So you need to apply the corticosteroid onto the arm and look at the blanching effect of the product, and that is the pharmacodynamic endpoint, because these cause vasoconstriction and therefore the skin color changes, and the grading of the skin color will tell you whether the two products cause similar kind of vasoconstriction or not. So these are specially designed studies. They need specially trained people who can actually do the grading, and they should be the same person doing the grading for all the volunteers, so that there is no bias. So it requires a separate set of team altogether. It requires investment into chronometers and investment into drug applicators, because the application techniques are very specific. Again, if there are waivers in these, like if they're qualitatively and quantitatively similar, then you can get a bio waiver for some of the steroids, again not for all of them. A clinical approach or a clinical endpoint, these are just examples, like a 5-fluorouracil cream, which is used for actinic keratosis. It does not get absorbed systemically. There is no pharmacodynamic endpoint, and therefore you need to do a clinical endpoint study, just like a clinical trial. Some drugs may require both a PK as well as a clinical, like diclofenac sodium gel. So it does get absorbed systemically to a certain extent, and it also has to act locally for an osteoarthritis. So you need to do two studies, a PK study and a clinical endpoint study.